channel. Me physically am a channel of reviewing. Anyway.
I'm just gonna turn it on that way, like, stays.
Yeah. Then I can have some fun with green screen effects, like this. You see that? I put your title screen in the background.
Thank you. Cut.
No cutting. We're going live, bitch. Look, it's going garlic.
Okay, let's sit back down. Right.
Oh.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rosquilla Reviews. I'm Rosquilla, and this is Gagano.
Hello.
Today we're continuing on the movie review series with the live-action Garfield movies.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, Oregon, in the comment section down below.
Specifically, you down.
That one's his first comment that I pinned. I think you can do that.
Probably.
Anyway, for those of you who haven't seen the Pink Panther films, we rate the movies three different categories: enjoyability, plot, and
Enjoyability.
I already said enjoyability. Enjoyability, plot,
Acting.
and acting.
Not in that order.
Not necessarily. Yeah, not in that order. But that's basically it. So we can just hop right into it.
Well, yeah, as you can tell,
It's been a while.
it's been a year since we last did this. And my hair looks very better.
It looks less greasy. We have a green screen,
Courtesy of me.
courtesy of Gagano and Ryan.
Which, if you see a bunch of meme edits or something about our faces in the future that relate to green screen, you know why.
Okay. So why don't we start with...
The first movie.
Let's start with the first movie and let's start with plot.
You can go first.
Okay, so I loved the plot.
I love the orange cat.
I really enjoyed the first film, mainly because I haven't seen it in so many years, and it was like rewatching something. Well, it was rewatching something from our childhood. I think it came out in 2004, and we do have the IMDb. Yeah, 2004 came out. I feel like for its time and for what it was just like pretty dang good. I feel like it explained who and what Garfield was, really set up like, you know, I don't know. I mean, it was a terrible kids film. You know, like it was like it's not great by any means, but it was like it's a good film. It's funny. So that is what I mean, that's how I feel about it.
As an official Garfield aficionado of the lore of Garfield.
I mean, it did pretty well for what it was. I mean, like, we had the staples. Pookie, Odie, Garfield, Bagel Bites.
Norm. Or normal, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was surprised. Okay, so Arlene and Nermal. I'm assuming Arlene was the female cat. We didn't really find out. We didn't really pay attention to the credits, but Arlene, I'll just call her Arlene, looked more like Nermal.
Like the cartoon
with the color stuff. And Nermal was, well, hey, look at me! Look, you did it! Or wait.
Well, you keep talking. I'll just see if I can find it.
But yeah, I mean, like for like a live-action Garfield movie, I mean, like what could you do with the comic strips? I mean, like, what are you gonna like have the live-action Garfield go karting with a bunch of people?
Is that what's in the background right now? It's just. Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, I'll probably
That's gonna be good. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for what it was a pretty decent film. Definitely something that I recommend. Very family friendly, obviously. You know, as a kids film.
2004.
Yeah. You know, so I can't really complain about it. In my opinion, it was funnier than the Pink Panther films. But I think it's just because like I grew up watching the Garfield movies.
Yeah. So your rating?
I would say I'm gonna give it like maybe a 6 out of 10.
You hear it here, folks. He actually went over the number 5.
I say that because it just had a special spot in my heart as from childhood. It had, it was funny for what it is, and I mean, who doesn't like Garfield, right? So, how about you? What would you?
I'd probably rate it on a 6 also. I mean, like, I remember distinctly going to my grandparents' house and watching on their VHS Garfield back when, I didn't have the PS2 over there because, we were very bored children. So, while we're ending the plot, product placement.
This
video is...
this video is brought to you by all the following.
No, don't.
No, okay, so I thought it would be funny that for the first film, if I just rewrote down all of like the very obvious product placement that was in the Garfield film, and I have a list here, and I'm just gonna list them off, and I just think it's kind of funny. So they had Ace Hardware, like I think which was like one of the first ones that we saw was Ace Hardware, like the big ones. No, Kellogg, because they had like the box of Rice Krispies and Fruit Loops, and then
Jacks.
Yeah, whatever was in the grocery bag. They had Pepsi, which is very obvious, and it was like the very old like Pepsi cans.
Mm-hmm.
Ford was in there. The vehicle.
Ford F1.
Pedigree, the dog food in the yellow bag with the blue label or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's called Pedigree.
I'm pretty sure the building's next to a blue and orange tree.
Yeah. Wendy's was very obvious. They had a commercial in the show for Wendy's, and John had a model train track, and it had a Wendy's billboard.
Yeah, Lionel's Trains featuring Wendy's.
They had Goldfish, and the last one was Amtrak's. Now I don't really know if we count Amtrak's because it was just like the trains, but it was I guess technically a product placement kind of. So
wow, we're in supposedly Chicago when they're trying to go to New York.
Well, we weren't 100% sure if it was Chicago unless you looked it up at some point.
No, I mean we all know that the location they need to go to.
We all know that John's Chicago-gonian. That's what they call themselves in Chicago, Chicago-gonian.
All right, so shall we go to acting?
Oh well, yes.
I mean, you pretty much finished there.
Yeah.
So, honestly, Bill Murray as Garfield really works. I think he really does the role well for a 2004 fat orange cat.
I agree.
CGI'd.
I agree.
And, look, it's a Wendell! I mean, everyone else that was, Breckenmeyer, Jennifer Love, Hewitt. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing names.
That's right.
They did pretty good for the roles and stuff. Of course, John Arbuckle being John Arbuckle. Hopefully I added what I need to edit in the background.
John Arbuckle being John Arbuckle.
John Arbuckle.
Yeah,
I honestly think they did pretty well. Especially the security guard. I need you to get out of this.
Okay, thanks. Okay. My turn?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I agree. I think Bill Murray was the right choice for Garfield. I feel like he's that sarcasticness that Garfield needs in an actor, I feel like Bill Murray really portrays really well. I don't really know Breckenmeyer, who played John. I don't know any other films that he was in. Maybe I should have looked that up before we did this, but we kind of just woke up freezing. We were freaking dying this morning because of how cold it was in my apartment.
The 4 ice cubes he left for me turned into a block.
So we really just kind of hopped into this, but I feel like everyone was good. Plus, it really helped having Jennifer Love Hewitt. She's kind of nice to look at.
Wait, no, he's in the second movie.
Smashing.
Smashing. No, but yeah, I feel like everyone did a really good job. Vanessa Campbell is Mrs. Vice Hardware, Mrs. Ace Hardware. I'm just looking at the IMDb. She's right there.
Yep. Don't forget about Dog Odor 1, Dog Odor 2, Dog Odor 3, and more importantly, Dog Odor 4. Or what about Roy the Lodge member? Or older man?
Anyway, so what would you give the acting on the donut scale, which is basically what we're rating this out of. If it's not obvious by now, it's a donut scale. So
rate them on. You really need your clips channel. Anyways, I'd probably say another 6.
I agree. I feel like just because it was 2004, and I feel like there's a lot of really bad cheesy actors in 2004, it could have been, better acting. But again, for 2004, it was pretty okay. So I give it a 6. I feel like I felt like I was there in the film
with my fat orange cat.
Yes. Okay, so for the enjoyability, which is more like the entire thing. The plot, it had a pretty decent plot. The acting was good. I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of randomness in between. I felt like there was a pretty good pacing of the story, so I feel like that was really enjoyable for me. I hate movies that will be
30-minute dance number.
Yeah, here's 30 minutes of dancing that has nothing to do with the film. Or
there was one dance number that was actually important, and that's when they poisoned the Russian. That and the blow darts.
They're probably gonna be like, I don't remember that in Garfield. But yes, I'm gonna give it. I feel like in overall enjoyability, you can watch it with your family. It's good for the kids. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I'm pretty average baseline enjoyableness. How about you?
Great long walks on the beach. No, but yeah, I like I said, I have watched this movie a lot. I mean, as of 3 years ago, according to the other guys, we learned a lot about Garfield lore, for the better or worse. I still think it sounds like the Jetsons.
Lasagna.
Lasagna. But when it comes to enjoyability, I'd also give it another 6. Haha, funny numbers, but are you seriously writing down your numbers?
Just for the heck of it.
Future rate them on. No, but yeah, enjoyability. Of course, when we get to the second movie, oh boy, which will happen right around. Actually, is there anything else you want to say about the first movie?
There's one last thing that's a surprise rate me on. Okay, and he doesn't know about this because I literally just wrote it down and I thought it would be funny.
Oh no.
Okay, what would you rate lasagna? On the Rosquilla scale.
Now,
because
what type of lasagna? Are we talking about the Garfield brand lasagna that was just called lasagna?
Yes. Because I'm being honest with you, the lasagna from Garfield looked pretty alright.
It was as a broke college student, I would say that lasagna would probably be a 7 out of 10. Honestly, if a fat orange cat can eat that much lasagna within 40 seconds of John Arbuckle going
4 containers of lasagna.
We only seen 3 of them, 2 in the movie. It's just 40 seconds from him going to the car and back to grab his Fruit Loops. But if a fat orange cat can have that much lasagna, it must be that good.
Yeah, and I never looked. I'm stroking out here, man.
That's all, folks.
No, I was like you said, it's we never we're not able to try it, but just based on the looks and the fact that Garfield ate 4 containers in 40 seconds.
That and lasagna truck that saved his life.
And the lasagna truck, I'd probably give it also a 7 out of 10, just based on appearance. So, I
Very
feel
shallow. No wonder you get. Are we cutting this in half, or are we just going on to the second movie?
I will cut in half. Okay, so that'll be the end of this video. See you in the next video for Garfield, Tale of Two Cities, Tale of Two Kitties.
Hopefully the same time frame.
So.
Oh, it's just like, yes, the last recording spreads out.
So, until next time, have yourselves a good night, good month, good year, good week, and good whatever it is. Until next time, do you have anything you would like to say? Follow Gagano on YouTube. His YouTube channel will be linked down below. Bye!
He's behind me, isn't he?
Need a hint?